Okay, well, happy day today. I hope y'all are having a happy day. Welcome on in. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for hitting that like and that subscribe button. This is just a little bit of chit chat, intuitive energy coming through. And so, um, make yourself comfortable. Sometimes these videos can be really long. And that's pretty much it. So that's what you're going to get from here. Okay, so chit chat, tarot, oracle, divine channeled messages from the Holy Spirit. So before we begin, if you have get you some water, get you some tea, relax and just chill. Okay, just relax and chill. And then at the same time, I'm thinking get a pen and paper, jot down some notes, whatever resonates with you, whatever doesn't resonate with you. Maybe this is for somebody else that you may know. So don't forget that as we continue to be here in these spiritual circles, that we are also here to bless one another and just keep moving the energy forward. Okay, so I felt like that was like a lot of momentum that was building up, and all of the universe is providing whatever it is that you need to know at this time. So we're going to go ahead and this was a pre-shuffled from the Using the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle. And I felt guided to share this message with you guys today. So I'm going to share. It's number 18. 18. And when we look at 18, what is that number really saying to you? Okay, so we see the vibrations of 1. And we see the vibrations of 8. And we have the citrine here. Okay, the citrine reminding us of our wholeness, reminding us of how we embark here. And you might sometimes feel this in like lucid energy. Okay, so you're just taking note of whatever energy that might feel like. It may feel like there's a sensation for you to try something, and then you're asking your higher self, you're asking the wisdom that comes before you, what is it that I need to know today, And so you're looking at this citrine, which comes with the message of abundance. A stone of joy and abundance, citrine helps you to interact creatively with the world. It promotes inner calm. The self-understanding. You spend too much time worrying about home, family, and finances. Remember, you are an abundant being who manifests what you need. You are an innocent, wise child who yearns to play. Joyful play creates a wonderful world. Be grateful, for you are blessed. Accept constructive criticism. Become emotionally balanced, letting feelings flow naturally. The divination here is take time out of for joyful play. Self-regard heals a damaged child. Abundance is all around you. You attract success and prosperity. Stop worrying, be optimistic, and allow life to happen. Trust your intuition and perception. Consult the wise child within. Your thoughts on the bigger picture are correct. If there is family discord, harmony is restored through praise. Praise. The message here feels like praise. Healing insight. True abundance comes from within. If you nurture your desires, you will bring joy to your wise child self. The frequency is high. Chakras are cleanses, activates, and re-energizes all. Timing Aries, Gemini, Leo, and Libra. The soul path here is embodying abundance. Embodying abundance. Remember, you are a multi-dimensional vibration healing here on earth. You have done a lot of work here, and so now you are like, Spirit is saying, you're like trailblazing. Okay, so if this resonates with you, then you might want to call on to your vibrational energy of citrine and look at what this abundance message is coming through. What kind of clarity is it that you're asking for? Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to pair this with the secret language of animals. Let's pair this with the secret life of animals. And this is by Chip Richards. And let us take some time. Take a couple of deep breaths in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And if you want to, ask for the higher guidance that you need right now. Okay? Process the information as you need to. Let it go. Let it be resolved. Let that harmony in. Let that joyful energy come in so that you can continue to be that vessel of light that you know is coming in for you. So call into your prosperity. Call into your prosperity. Let's see, what animal guide wants to come through? Thank you, universe. What animal guide wants to come through? Thank you. Thank you, animal kingdom. What animal spirit wants to come through? Thank you, animal kingdom. You know, the animal kingdom is also helping us go through the different timing. Hi, Mackenzie. Hi, baby. How are you today? How are you today? You like these cards? Okay, let's see. What you doing, Mackenzie? What you doing? Okay. Let's cut the cards. Thank you. You have dugong. Trust, grace, mystery, and humor. Number 6. Dugong. And I did not show you the crystal card. Let me show it to you before I move on with this message. That was the citrine, number 18. Okay, so it's a lot of like, it's earthy, so take what resonates with you. It's like now 6 is coming in. Okay, so you have the 1, the 8, you have 6. Trust, grace, mystery, and humor. Balancing. Okay, let's listen. What? 6. Dugong. Dugongs, like dolphins and whales, are mammals who long ago adapted their form for life in the ocean, but unlike their, I don't know how do you say it, cetacean counterparts, dugongs' vegetarian grazing habits and gentle, slow-moving ways reflect a stronger link to their ancient days on land. Growing to length of 10 feet long, dugong looks similar to the walrus and has a fluke tail resembling that of a whale, but strangely, its DNA links it more closely to the elephant. Referred to as the beauty of the sea in Egypt, queen of the sea in Kenya, and Princess Dugong in Indonesia, Dugong's story brings the great mystery of feminine power into the emotional currents of the water realm. Thought to be the source of mermaid legends, early sailors caught glimpses of dugongs swimming near the surface waters and believed them to be half-human, half-fish creatures, singing to their lonely spirits in the night. Though herds of several hundred dugongs have been known to gather and journey together, dugong spends most of its time grazing quietly alone or in pairs. The female dugong lives for up to 70 years and only mates a few times in her life, spending 2 or more years in companionship and caring for her children. The message. As an ancient bridge between the realms of land and sea, dugong honors the woven wisdom of your physical body and your heart. For dugong, the key to survival is not to fight or flee, not to chase or hunt, but to move with grace and ease, calling and allowing that which is needed to come to you. Dugong's message is to slow down, breathe deep, and take time to be. With dugong, more is achieved through less effort. Allow the feminine power within you to sing its song into the waters, summoning that which you require and desire most. Action may still be required, but first find your place in the moment with an aim of doing from a higher state of being. With dugong, no matter how busy you seem to be, know that there is always time to do what is most important. Take time to honor those you love, celebrate the gift of children, and embrace your role in nurturing the spirit of those younger than you on the path. Rush nowhere and you will find yourself everywhere you need to be just at the perfect time. Start by being right here now. Your affirmation is, I am present, I am calm, I trust the abundant flow of life that now brings to me all that I need and desire. With peace and gratitude, I share my gifts with others. And that's dugong. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some tarot. So there's dugong. Beautiful energy. Sometimes I'll hold these up for you guys so that you can take time to just do like a quick little foresight on what, like, is if there's any keywords that you're picking up at this time, just jot it down in your journal. And we're using Unveiling the Golden Age by Izzy Ivy, a visionary tarot experience. Okay. Okay, so yeah. So pretty much, let's just take a look at what the cards are having to say. Let's get a visionary. Four cards. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. We're going to look at 4 cards. Okay, the first card we have here. We're talking about self right now. Okay, so we're doing some self inner work. The first card is number 15, Shadow Clearing, the Catalyst. One just dropped on the floor, so I'm going to use that. We have 9, Contemplative Solitude, the Hermit. And write down what you think. Is there any momentum here that you're feeling? We're going to use a guidebook on this too. 30 Persistent Presence, 9 of Light Codes. And then you have 16, equalizing power, the Tower. Okay, so let's get through with this reading, see what messages is coming up. What is it that your spirit guides want you to know? Okay, so what we can see first here is that we have yourself going through some shadow clearing, the catalyst. You have the vibrations of 1 and 5. If we want to take this, pull this specific card alone, we can see that not only are you a light worker, you are allowing yourself to take it easy right now. There's a lot of change and development. You have number 9, contemplative solitude, the Hermit. So not only are you contemplative, taking time to be with self, learning how to master this energy, you could be, it's like not only are you taking time to ground this energy, you're still learning about this. Mastering. We see 30. So persistent presence, 9 of light codes. So again, not only is like your higher self reminding you that you are clearing and you're providing light codes, you are also being persistent in your presence, and so there's something that you might need here. Okay, so I'm also seeing some frequencies of like the archangels. Mother Magdalene energy. I don't know, is 14 significant to anyone? What's this 14? I'm seeing 14. You also have the Tower, so equalizing power. So things are going to have to balance and manifest in this higher realm as it needs to. And you're going to be receiving the guidance that you need at this moment. So remember to, as you are continuing to rest and receive the energy that you need, take time out of your day to just be around some people, you know. Yeah, so something that you're learning also. You're learning more about this balance. Like, I feel like you are in tune, you're balanced. Whoever needs to hear this. Yeah, so it's like 11:11. Then I'm seeing 12. So reconnection to the higher self. Clearing out any old energy. I'm going to go ahead and clear this space using Palo Santo Purifying and Healing. This is charged and crystal infused with fluorite. So I got some of this at the metaphysical shop. So sometimes you just want to use a little bit of clearing. Do a little bit more clearing if you need to. So let's see what this message is coming through. I'm going to read the guidebook. So, whoever is here who needs to hear this message, we have 4 cards. Okay, if 15 is resonating with you, this is the shadow clearing, the catalyst. And we're going to read your message. If you feel number 9, then we'll read your message. And we're going to use the guidebook. 30 and 16. Okay, so which one you feel like you resonate with, then please stay here and listen to the message, okay? So we have 15, theme for integration. You can choose to free yourself from the limitations and restraints of the shadow. The reading here is you may be feeling a sense of being stuck or unfulfilled. Perhaps you think you lack the willpower to overcome your unhealthy impulses and break their hold. This card relates to short-term pleasures that may make you feel better in the moment but are detrimental in the long run. Whether to your physical or mental health or even to others, this addictive imbalance can also relate to codependence or sexuality in its energetically denser forms. The key is to find a way to take your power back simply by acknowledging that it is your shadow aspect causing the disharmony. Only you can set the intention to change your relationship to pleasure. You don't have to deprive yourself of enjoyment. Instead, find more nourishing forms to fulfill your needs. Once you lift your vibration and reduce the space in your life for these limiting desires, they will start to lose their grip on you. And from there, you can make a shift. The healthy awareness. The sharpest implement for times like this is a powerful clearing tool. When trying to cut through the density and find your way to your preferred vibration, it is important to have easily accessible ways of clearing your energy. Clearing is vital whether you're looking to overcome a personal limitation or in the grips of something that is outright sucking your energy. Metaphorical or not, if you are feeling sluggish and dense, it is usually a telltale sign that there could be an energetic parasite present. However, you are not a victim. These cracks reveal aspects of our shadow that have not been acknowledged. It is through these cracks that uninvited energetic guests can take up residency. It's time to let them go. Frequency and vibration. Okay? I just have to let you know that. That's what Spirit's letting you know. Frequency and vibration. Don't take it literally. Just let it go. Unfortunately, modern culture has normalized this phenomenon. It could be argued that it has even cultivated it, numbing us from sensing our true activated potential. This certainly does not mean you must put up with it. It's time to regain your energetic sovereignty. Shine as a light you are and feel great and empowered in the process. See additional information and exercises in the introduction for suggested ways to clear your energy. So I'm going to go ahead. Feels like some of you might want to pick something up. Remember, when experiencing energetic interference, you will likely not want to do any of these practices. Why would the energy that has this hold on you want to leave? Knowing this makes it easier to find a lifeline to your centered self. You will be amazed at how different you will feel. You may require support from other sources, such as a practitioner, to help clear your energy. They can help you develop and maintain your practice, which is paramount in ensuring energetic clarity in times of stress or density. The story behind the image. The inspiration for this card arrived as I was visiting England around New Year's Eve. As the light from the sweet but intense Christmas period faded, I was reminded of the extremes of consumerism by the rush of post-Christmas sales. After such a time of abundance and indulgence, I was intrigued by the collective grasping for more of this. Having been out of this country a long time, I had also forgotten to what degree regular alcohol consumption is a part of the local culture. As a gray, damp, and uninspiring day set in, I began to understand why television and comfort food made the days a little more palatable. Usually optimistic, I had lost my buoyancy. My trip to Glastonbury was suddenly inaccessible, and my partner and I found ourselves in a particularly uninspiring part of outer London. Somehow I could not see anything good about my reality. I kept complaining that the sky was heavy and that I couldn't reset my energy there. I was reminded that I could set my vibration by finding it within myself, regardless of my environment. However, I felt I was drowning in a sense of limitation. Since becoming more sensitive, I had to become a sponge for my surroundings and continued to wallow this momentary depression. I remember scrolling through my phone, finding respite amongst the cat videos and noticing how some of my more buoyant kin gave me a little glimmers of joy. I was grateful for their poetic words and elevating art. I realized this was also what I did for others, which gave me a more understanding of my purpose. In that moment, I imagined a figure carving a space in the drizzly gray sky, allowing the light to shine down. A naga breathing white, clearing fire wrapped around a luminescent violet being, harnessing an incredible light and directing the clearing energy down through the black cloud. A few days later, I taught my anchoring light class and reminded myself that in future, I should do this at the start of my trip rather than the end. No matter how dark and short the days where I felt the explosion of light, we collectively shared bursting open a light portal in my soul again. It emanated out as a fractal through my students, carrying me through until I could be back in the sunshine. This card is the traditional tarot is known as a devil. I choose to name this card the catalyst as its energy relates to the shadow self. When we are triggered, it is the person who has caused the overwhelming upset and the devil himself. One to anyone else, what was said may not be such a big deal. The meaning of catalyst is a person or thing which precipitates an event. Is it possible that people who trigger us are catalysts? As they reflect our trauma and shadows, take a step back and breathe deeply. When we take the space to see clearly and elevate our energy, we can sense what is happening and perhaps what it reveals. Sometimes our loved ones, such as our parents or partners, may momentarily take on this role for us, whereas others have actively incarnated to fill this role. Their provocation of shadow-born reactions allows greater insights to be accessed. An ironic gift of illumination, cutting through to the truth of what is happening. A true light bringer shines light in the darkness. This is the lesson that will stay with me from the catalyst I have known. The theme for integration in guided journeys: clearing anything that is no longer serving, releasing outdated belief systems. So, that was shadow clearing. So if you resonated with that energy, claim it. Jot it down in your books, your journals. And this is by Izzy Ivy. So if you want to look up more of her work, you can find her, I'm sure. Let's see if she has a... Just, you can find her, Izzy Ivy. The artwork is just beautiful. Okay, so we have contemplative solitude. Number 9. The Hermit. Theme for integration. Take the time for contemplation and be guided by your inner wisdom. The reading here is draw your energy inward and take some time away from the hustle and bustle of your life. In this place, you can be guided by your inner wisdom. On this inner joy of self-discovery, you will find the answers you have been seeking. Now is the time for introspection and soul-searching. You may be at a point in life that calls for reflection, to pause and consider or reevaluate where to go next. Meditation and contemplation are your friends more than ever right now. The spiritual aspect of your inner being is calling you. You are your own guru and you hold your own keys. Keep a journal and be receptive to what comes through for you in this space. Healthy awareness. While it is good to dive deep into solo spaces now and then, check that this inclination is not coming from the need to hide or escape. If you are already spending large amounts of time in a place of disconnection from the outer world, the Hermit asks you to check in with yourself. Are you using the transformational tool of solitude to make yourself feel isolated or cut yourself off from others in an unfilling way? During times of going within, getting a good dose of nature helps keep you connected to the outer world and is ideally part of the sacred silent time. Just take what resonates with you. The story behind the image. I painted this image in the Amazon. It was a lifelong dream to visit these special lands. Ever since I was tiny, I had been talking of this place. People asked me what my purpose for going was. I shared how I wanted to channel the energy of the rainforest. I found myself at an eco retreat as an artist in residence. While I was there, no guests were present, just myself and the owners. In the months leading up to this, I had been here, there, and everywhere, so it was a welcome respite. The nearest town was far away, and I could feel the rhythm of the land. Over the 2 weeks I was there, I was deeply introspecting, reflecting on recent pivotal experiences and recalibrating. In my prior healing work, I had been taught to connect with Gaia. This deep, earthly energy is just as potent as life force from the luminescent realms, and this is what I wanted to communicate in my painting. When we tune in profoundly with nature, we are gifted a nurturing life force energy that is useful for transmuting our trauma, turning those experiences into the compost that nourishes the earth. I like this too, how our exhaled breath becomes an inhalation for the plant life surrounding us. In this image, each of the being's chakras is activated by plant life rather than invisible energy we usually experience. I was intrigued to learn more about the Lemurian-like beings that resided in these lands. I did not notice I had painted one under the mountain until after I had finished the piece. The following is something I wrote on completion of this painting. Lemurian dreaming, aka tend to your garden, and the knowledge of the multidimensional universe awaits. This piece is inspired by experiencing the power of Mother Nature, moving through us to heal and nurture when we choose to invite her all-knowing embrace, witnessing the organic yet cosmic connections and watching the petals of our chakras unfold while our spirit guides gather in the guise of butterfly blessings. The planet of our solar system draw near with bated breath to see if their earthly sister has a capacity to inspire alternative ways in which certain beings on her can thrive. More real and sustainable methods of energy renewal start with the individual. I have always had deep connection with the Lemurians, the ancestors of our ancestors, the bridges of the physical and non-physical, the key holders of the ancient future to inspire graceful shift, and remembering that we can do it differently this time around. Theme for integration in guided journeys, taking time for yourself. So if you feel this, number 9, you're taking time for yourself. Next we have number 30, persistent presence, 9 of light codes. Inquiry light. In the face of great challenges, maintain your boundaries, be courageous and stay strong. You are almost at the finishing line. Do not give up on your hopes and dreams. Sometimes we are presented with so many growth opportunities that it may appear we are reaching our capacity. This card reminds you that amid adversity, you can still stand strong and unwavering in your journey. Resilience and persistence are the keys. Occasionally, the universe presents us with a test to see how much we want something and the lengths we will go to. Every time you overcome an obstacle, you're getting stronger with more experience under your belt. This is a time to stand strong, even if others are contributing to the adversity. It is a time to witness who is supportive in your life and who is not. Who will stand alongside you, excited for your progress, rather than trying to cut you down. Do not lower your vibration simply because it makes people feel uncomfortable. It might be a time to implement your boundaries and assert where your energies will and will not go to move out of this. You may have made great progress in your development only to find that old patterns or triggers you thought you'd resolved have resurfaced, seemingly out of nowhere, or perhaps you have taken a course in a healing modality and noticed your vibration spikes to a new high. Then afterwards, the old, dense, outdated stuff you have been unconsciously holding on to arises. This is a common phenomenon and can be pretty disheartening. However, do not despair. As we raise our vibration, residues of past patterns are given that opportunity to be brought up and healed. With your higher awareness, this will likely not be as difficult or overwhelming as it once was. You can watch it and track it, notice where it originated, and perhaps lessen its charge. So what seem like setbacks may be perfect indicators of the pathway forward. Do not be deterred. When we are in challenging situations, we need persistent presence, the capacity to remain present amid adversity more than ever. By maintaining persistent presence, we can master our life, and our challenges can even become adventures. When we see them for what they are without stories, we are gifted so much energy to help us burst through situations at hand. Bringing persistent presence to old stories that stem from trauma takes great courage. If we can allow ourselves to drop into this moment feeling when things are coming up for us, we can catalyze authentic healing. Persistent presence can hold the keys to initiation, free us from self-limitation, and align us with where we want to be. Vision for journey. You are surrounded by a deep red-orange light, which centers your energy body. Your spine straightens and more life force moves through you, giving you the strength you need to reignite your inner fire. You have forged your way so far, and you may feel uncertain that you have the strength to keep going as you have been. Remember how close you are. You pass through the final initiation. Maybe there are more efficient ways to wield your energy, and you can do it. Call back the fragmented parts of you that are left behind on your journey to this place. Your energy levels start to rise. Take some deep breaths and feel the vibrancy return. You realize that you could retain more vital life force than you have been by accessing all your faculties, by being in the present rather than the past or the future. Taking a moment to see how this may be so in your life. Without judging yourself, consider how you can bring yourself back into the present moment and reside entirely in your physical body. Focus your breath. Where are you breathing from? Bring your awareness to your belly and take some breaths from there. Notice the sounds around you, the texture of the ground under you, and any sensation in your body. Open your eyes if you want. Study everything in your surroundings, observing and seeing the beauty of this precise present moment. With nothing to do, nothing to change, allow yourself to bask in this blissful place of witnessing. You see more in your peripheral vision. The colors seem brighter and your senses feel sharper. Any residue of fight or flight has left you. There is an enhanced feeling of peace. You feel centered and ready to return to your journey. With fire in your soul and the intuitive clarity to easily move through whatever is on your path. With the grace of self-awareness and a broadened sense of compassion and optimism, you feel your soul and your body meet in perfect synergistic cohesion. And that was 30. Persistent presence. Now we'll move on to 16. Equalizing power, the tower. Go ahead and take a stretch. Take a stretch. Sit comfortable. Put your back straight, your spine straight. Breathe in, breathe out. And just imagine like that red, orange light. Breathe into your belly. Okay, we're just moving forward. 16. Theme for integration. The walls of illusion that keep you separated from your truth are collapsing. It may be alarming, but hold on because the view will be so much better. The reading. The energy of this card is about sudden change, big shifts, and upheaval. During such times, there is a process of reconfiguration. Anything built upon shaky foundations, anything out of integrity or based on illusion will collapse. During these times, we may question what is real and what is not, which can lead to confusion and disorientation. The way forward is through flexing and bending, dancing with the flow, rather than grasping, being rigid, and ultimately snapping. The tower indicates a revelation or spiritual awakening that could be intense. Anything that has been supporting a state of dis-ease may not give up so easily. The tower signifies surrender, knowing that there is an important reason for this time of change. This situation is not happening to you, but rather for you. The universe is favoring truth and honesty. A newly evolved version of yourself will appear on the other side. Healthy awareness. While we may experience distressing things, we need a healthy reminder that we try beyond our capacity to will something into being. We can receive an energetic backlash or have our own power drained. Trying to fix something our egos have judged us. Broken is an example of operating from fear rather than love. A better way forward is to hold a higher frequency so the person or situation in question can heal in their own way in time and return to remembering their divinity. You can be influential in bringing abundant light or life force to the situation. Anything that is not of such vibration will naturally want to get the heck out of there. Furthermore, when we use the term wholeness instead of healing, it removes the good-bad judgment and we can begin to shine light in places that may have been shrouded in shame. Often these parts of ourselves hold the very keys to what has been causing our dis/ease. These shadows can be brought out by the metaphorical closet. In the light of day, they are not nearly as scary or so powerful, and their grip can start to be released. If you're unsure what this divine vibration feels like, it is an experience of trusting surrender, a knowing that your wholeness intention is very much in motion rather than being forced. The story behind the image. In these current times, and especially during the time of writing this guidebook, there is evidence of a shakedown happening across the globe. The ethical and environmental foundations that society has been built upon and the way power has been distributed are showing signs of not being sustainable. It is time for transformation. This may be a challenging process, yet just like we all have our dark night of the soul sometimes, where we must face what is holding us in density, this too has been happening in the collective consciousness. Situations shrouded in illusion are coming to light. There is an awakening out of the hierarchical structures that have not served us in the way we have been told. The cracks are showing, and truths are being unveiled, and equality is finding its foothold. As more of us are awakening on the planet as prophesied, the forces that have held the blanket over our eyes are ramping up fear. This is not always easy to override, but I see us all helping each other up in moments of hopelessness. The key is not to take the bait of separation. The bottom line is that we all want to be healthy and free and have our needs supported. If we can stand together on this, we can redirect the energy spent vehemently expressing that we don't want and instead find solutions and strategies to move forward in harmony. What acts of kindness can we offer during these uncertain times to permeate this density? A new paradigm is emerging where light and dark are not considered to be vastly separate from each other. This is a different way of functioning, thinking, and experiencing reality, quite different from what many of us can fathom. However, the fight between good and evil is part of the old paradigm. The more we hold on to that notion, the rockier the ride will be. There has been talk of this new earth emerging for a while. When you think of the age of the earth and the history of the different epochs, it can take time. Though it now feels key to dance and flex and bend, it is time for the phoenix to rise. The image of this card feels appropriate for the title as it relates to how the pyramidal power structures have been implemented. Less than ideal forces have been involved in maintaining these structures for a long time, and they are now starting to crumble. Rather than amplifying these forces and adding more judgment and how frequencies, we can imagine this symbol is getting blasted from the inside of the highest, brightest light. We can hold a powerful collective intention for anything illusory, out of integrity or not in our highest good, to be transmuted through the purest vibration of love. Systems will self-destruct by releasing anything that is not of this frequency. If they are working for the good of the collective, then great. If not, it might get interesting. However, let's not let our energies get tangled up in the process by trying to force our will upon it. Recalling many past life memories around the fall of Atlantis and Lemuria, I do feel many of us who witnessed it last time are incarnated right now with the inner passion for doing it differently this time. I get shivers as I write this. We've got this. Theme for integration in guided journeys. Rebalancing, give and take. Rebalancing, give and take. Okay? So let's go ahead and just take a moment of silence. You can put your right hand over your chest if you feel guided. Take a couple of deep breaths in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And as we take time to go through the different scenarios of our everyday lives, let us take time to also rejoice in all the glory and the good. Giving thanks. Let us give thanks back to our community. Let us give thanks to our angels, reminding us of their presence. Let us give thanks to all of the people, the characters that just help make the day happen, you know. Taking this back not only to our communities, but also giving thanks to the leaders, giving thanks to yourself, giving thanks to your neighbors, giving thanks to all that is, giving thanks to the universe. Breathing in and breathing out. If you have time, please take time to, feel what is calling you. So it feels like, sometimes, taking when we go back and we look at this Hermit card, it feels good to walk barefoot on the grass and take 5-10 minutes a day, whatever it is that you need to. And you have some other opportunities that are working for you at this time. So let us just have time to be thankful for one another. Take this space of gratitude and just be where you need to be. And as you hold on to this energy, this is where a nice stretch Let your body just stretch and move. Releasing any energy that's no longer serving you. Giving that to your guides. Giving it to your guides. Giving your guides thanks and gratitude. Play some music if you need to, like some nice, I don't know why I'm thinking like, I was thinking like I saw someone, is someone using the singing bowl? That's very helpful. Singing bowl, the chakra bowls, that's very helpful. So you could be doing something like that. Playing an instrument. I felt like the violin, the guitar, something instrumental too. Some of you are going to want to be next to water. This could be a short trip. Lakes. The beach. A park. A fountain. Water fountain. Giving more thanks and gratitude. Being persistent in your presence. Holding space, clearing, releasing, letting it go, surrender. Giving thanks to your guides, giving thanks to Mother Gaia, giving thanks to Source Energy, Mother, Father, God. This higher support that's here to help you. When we see that vibration and frequency of 3, we also realize, we're being present for what it is that we need to know today. And this is why it's important to journal. Self-care. Like a deep tissue massage, facial massage. Okay, so this can be another type of practitioner. This could be you. Getting ready to start a new career, a new path, and you're learning something new. And so you release and you surrender, close down any portals that are no longer serving it. Giving this to Source Energy, the Prime Source Creator, with thanks. The purple violet flame. Giving some of your time to Source, writing down what it is that you need to work on. Thank the Divine Director for the information. Working on your next plans. Releasing and letting go. balance. You're finding a lot of balance here. Staying persistent. Knowing that your guides, Source, God, hears your prayers. So you're making more intentions here. And something else, I feel like there's something else that you want to be working on too. So, you could be letting go of something. You could be letting go of something. So giving this to your guides, taking note, giving it to your guides. Being persistent. Just watch, watch the energy, how it comes in. Know that your angels are close by helping you. Also clear out any energy that's not serving you. Your guides want to help you. They want to help you balance and clear this energy out too. So yeah, so if you need to call in more light, then just call in more light, okay? Have this communication the best way that you want to. And let's see, is there any other notes? Let me see if there's something else going on in this. Let's see. Yeah, powerful. Yeah, I'm seeing some, like an element of air too. So your affirmation could be something like, I am powerful, I am creative, I'm fun, I'm adventurous, I'm exciting, I'm logic thinking, I'm communicative, You're very creative. You're action oriented. You know how to move forward. And you're just taking time out. Working on you could be working on some of your things that you want to improve on. Not only do you want to improve on these things, but you're like, okay, when am I going to start doing this? When am I going to continue doing this? Stop doing this? Let me reflect on some of my accomplishments. Which is fine-tuning and balancing, finding some alignment, feeling the momentum, releasing, letting go, and surrender, and just allow things to, be how they want to be. Normalize how it wants to normalize on its own way. Okay, because you're this light worker. So trust the process. Grace, mystery, and humor. Okay, everyone. So that is your message for the evening. I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that you're all doing well. Remember to just keep being persistent on whatever you're doing. It's just going to work out. And until we meet again, much love and light to you. Thank you so much. Namaste. Okay, take it easy.